Hello, Divine Souls, and welcome to a Timeless Collective general message for my YouTube collective. To open the space and cleanse the space, I just want to burn some Palo Santo to assist with bringing through the positive and good energies that will assist with this reading today. And of course, to call in the Most High, the Mother, the Father, and the Source within us to, of course, assist with the insights, the clarity, the confirmation, illumination, perspective that may need to be received by those who are open to this message today. However, it may need to, for their highest good and nothing but their highest good, to walk along there towards their highest path today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ashe, beautiful. Ooh, my Palo Santo went crashing down. Beautiful. Okay, let's start. So I've got my beautiful Wandering Star Tarot deck today to bring through this message. And just as a reminder that this is a general message, so it may not all fully resonate with you, but do take away what does and leave behind whatever does not for the next person who may need to receive today. So as another reminder, I do have a higher level of communicating the energy in my readings. So just keep an open mind, as I said, and allow it to flow however it needs to for you. Alrighty, so let's see, what does Spirit want me to bring through today's message for those who need to receive? What is it, Spirit? Let's cut the deck. I like doing that. It's always a fun one. Beautiful. Okay. Alrighty. This is perfect. We have our cards. We have the moon on the crown and third eye chakra. We have the page. Yes. No. Yes. Gosh. No. Ace of Pentacles. See, I thought it was page. And then I was like, no, no. And then I had to look at it properly. Ace of Pentacles on the throat and heart chakra. and the Queen of Swords on the solar plexus and sacral chakra. We then also have the King of Pentacles on the root chakra. Alrighty. Okay, this is a good energy. Feels like at this time, with the moon being on your crown and your third eye, that you may have a lot of unseen pathways that may be presenting themselves to you. Okay, and what that means is quite literally that you are on a pathway or on a journey at this time of your experience where you are wanting to move towards something, but there is a lot that you're still very unsure about. There is a lot that's still convoluting the experience of where you're headed towards because you're just not sure what's going on with it. You don't know what it's going to look like. You don't know how the experience is going to occur, etc., etc. It's putting you on a bit of like a uncertainty type energy. And it feels like with this specifically that there is a lot that you may not be truly aware of, but it is a sense of knowing that, yes, even though there may be, a lot of this sense of shadows of, what's like looming over you of what's going on and, is it going to work out? This sense of, insecurity, a sense of like not knowing. But this is really saying to you through the moon that, yes, okay, in the sense of a metaphor, that in the dark of night, that yes, it can be challenging to see, but there is always the ability to tap into your own compass, in which will actually show you the way forward, or at least the first step to take, or the next step, however that be for you. Now, it is eventually going to show itself as it needs to, because the sun always rises, there is always brightness, but it is a sense of you using your intuition like the full moon would brighten up a night and allow the darkness to be literally brighter than any other night, in the sense that when you can use your intuition like a guiding light, the easier it is for you to actually see through the things that may not be so clear right now. And it is quite, metaphoric and synchronistic that this card is on the crown and third eye, because it means that your ability to see through the illusions or see through the darkness, see through things that just don't make sense, is growing. You are adapting to what it's like to move through the unseen, and to truly understand that just because there is darkness, just because there are, shadows that are popping up and that are potentially throwing you off balance, you're always going to be able to make the conscious choice to realign yourself through your own intuition and inner wisdom, in which you decide if you actually wish to listen to it. It's not always simple, because that is why a lot of people use different tools and modalities to help them listen to their intuition, such as meditation, journaling, speaking, through their own voice, so that they can hear whatever it is that their intuition says, instead of listening to the mind, which can temporarily be the ego. And that is why it is a sense of letting go of the shadow parts of yourself that may be hindering your process at this time, and really moving with your intuition as much as you can. Now, it's not always, like I said, straightforward, but the more that you find different ways in which that actually work for you, the easier it will be for you to actually move with this. And it may just be that the path that you're looking towards seems very challenging to move towards. Like, there's a sense of, there's brightness at the end of the tunnel, but the path you have to take to get there through that tunnel is just a bit rigid, but you have to lean on your own self in this situation. No one can guide you through that better than you and your own awareness, because your higher self knows the pathway forward. You just have to trust in that to get you where you want to be, right? And this is why it's very much the sense of the new beginning that you're seeking, that light at the end of the tunnel, the new beginning, the rejoice, the light at the end of a night, period. You know what I'm saying. I get convoluted with trying to explain sometimes, but it is a sense of the Ace of Pentacles being like this energy of you feeling the joy and excitement of what this could be manifesting for you, right? And it's kind of this sense of, it's at the other side of you listening to your intuition and allowing it to guide you like that compass, as I said, because this Ace of Pentacles is a beginning in which will actually manifest something in your reality, right? There is something that is actually going to be, like, the seed has been planted already, is what I'm getting. And now you're ready to start, really giving it the time and energy to really access what this could bring through for you. It feels very prosperous. It feels like it's going to be abundant for you. If you give it the time and energy you actually need to give it for it to grow, for it to actually start, the process. And I will get into the King of Pentacles, but to kind of bounce into that, the Ace of Pentacles is like a beginning to an abundant era for you. And the King of Pentacles, which I'll go into more detail later, is very much a sense of the growth in which it takes to start somewhere, and then knowing that it can be something bigger than you thought if you just give it a chance. If you give it that beginning in which you need to give the energy towards, right? It may seem small when it starts. It may not feel like a big endeavor yet. But the small steps you take now will ultimately create that, to magnetize into something so much bigger than you could even imagine, right? And when it comes to new beginnings, it is always about trusting the process in which new beginnings create. Yes, new beginnings are just the opening of the door, but it's your decision to actually walk through it and to take that chance to know that it is something that has potential, that it can actually grow into something bigger, and that if you lay the foundations correctly, well, then you're actually gaining its prosperous aspect of being able to be something bigger, right? The growth it needs. And this doesn't come without the sense of Queen of Swords on your solar plexus and sacral chakra, because you're very much got your heart set on what you want to build and what you want to create through your communication of also knowing that it is something you've actually been wanting to bring through. Now it's about actually creating it. Now it's actually about giving it that time and energy, as I said, because the Queen of Swords is a no-nonsense type queen, right? She ain't messing around. She's not letting things distract her. She's keeping straight to the point about what it is that she needs to get done. So for you, Divine Soul, it'd be the sense of let go of the distractions, let go of the attachments, and whatever is holding you back from getting where you want to be. If it's your own self, reflect. If it's the things around you that are not helping you, reflect on that. How can you keep your peace and ensure that you are cutting out the stuff that is not helping you get where you want to be? Yes, it may feel a little challenging and triggering to push through these things, but it is why, because your inner child knows that if you strip everything away that isn't actually supporting you in this endeavor you want to take for yourself, then you're going to stay stuck where you are. And it's not to be dire, but it's to be honest, to be straight to the point about this Queen of Swords energy, that you got to really see it for what it is, but know that if you start to actually make the changes that are required for you and your own journey, and no longer allowing external factors or your own ego to hold you back from what it is that you actually want, then that's when you can start the process of truly earning the results in which this will manifest for you. But it won't come without the work of you actually making the choices to be there and to walk through that door, as I said. All right. And knowing that the door can be open, but it can be open for a long time or for a temporary amount of time. It's just you deciding, are you willing to let go of what isn't helping and really take the chance on something that will actually help you? That's up to you, and that's something for you to ponder on, journal about, think about, meditate on, however that be for you in your own way and process, so that you can actually find the strength and ambition to find the truth within what it is that you need to get done, you know, without having to get convoluted with all the stuff that's external or your ego trying to tell you that it's not going to work. It's simply holding you back from the fear of failure. But there is no real failure. There is only lessons, and you having the resilience to find the lesson through things that occur, and knowing that it was all pushing you to activate the root chakra of King of Pentacles, right? So there's the feminine energy of being able to really understand what needs to get done, but through a calm way of doing it. But then there's the King of Pentacles, which is get to work, get it done, do it. If it feels right, if it feels like it's going to make something happen and it feels like you have the prospect of it actually growing, then do it. Start the process now. Really use this Ace of Pentacles new beginning that will be at the other end of this darkness that you may have been experiencing to get you where you want to be, to help you find the abundance in which is growing within you. Because you'll only magnetize more and more the more that you stand in a King of Pentacles energy. The King of Pentacles is literally like a visionary. Like he sees what is possible and then he knows he can make it happen. But you've got to trust in that process, that there is always going to be, you know, things that you have to look at for what it is with the Queen of Swords energy to get where you want to be, you know, without having to continuously feel like you have to play small for other people to shine when you deserve to shine within what it is that you actually want to bring through for your own journey, because it's your life. You get every opportunity to make something happen if you are ready to do it. If you're not, that's okay. You can allow the next time cycle, whatever it is for you, that may be opening later, to do it. But if this is your time now and you know it, you feel it, you're being called and there's things being stripped away from your life, or that you're being called to strip away from your life so that you can actually feel lighter and create space for what may be coming in, that's how you know. And you also need to trust yourself in this, because it is a sense of being able to rely on your own faith, right? Rely on the faith you have in yourself, even if no one else believes in your vision. If you do, that's all it needs to get where it needs to go, right? Because you are the creator, you are the narrator of this story in which how it will expand. You know, there are many ways you can get to, you know, when you're going from A to B, there are many ways you can get to B, many ways that you can make it happen. As long as you get to B, that's all that matters. And either way, even if you delay it, it doesn't mean it won't happen. It just means that you're not giving it the time and energy to happen. So as soon as you decide to, that's when it can start cultivating. So it's really up to you and your choices and decisions on how you want to make this happen. Queen of Swords energy. So I want to support you with this reading specifically in the way that you may be moving forward and what may assist you in taking the steps you need to at this time by using the Daily Rituals Oracle, which is very much a oracle that guides you towards what kind of habits and abilities that you have will, you know, or what you need to focus on more will assist you in progressing in this direction that may be for you. Of course, if it is not for you, that's completely fine. You can always just take it on for another time and period, which you're, you know, which this may arise for you in a different cycle of your experience. But do take it as it needs to be, whether that be past, present, future. Of course, you'll know by using your discernment. So let's just have a look at what this beautiful oracle wants to bring through. Oh, well. I love synchronicity. Just saying. All right. Okay, so I know how I said the full moon shines bright, and ironically, this is just so synchronistic. So we have new beginnings, which says, new and brighter beginnings await me now. So it's a really beautiful affirmation to say that, yes, as I said, the doorway is open, right? It is your choice to walk through it. It is your choice to make it happen. The door will be there. It will be present. It is available to you. It is like if you were being invited somewhere, the invite is there. Whether you take that invitation and make your presence known to whoever that's being the invitation's for, that is you deciding, okay? That is your choice in which you make the moves that you need to for yourself and your prospect of your future. right? And the next card is the beautiful number 33, which is quite a beautiful, harmonious, balanced number. And it says serenity. I am calm, peaceful, and serene. So this is saying that the more that you can trust in the process in which is occurring at this time of you moving into this new abundant era of your experience, or potentially because you need to make that choice, it is a sense of you flowing with it and you knowing that it is, like I said, it's not always going to be straightforward. It's not always going to be easy, but as you doing your absolute best to stay centered and at peace within it so that you can actually cultivate it in a way that you actually enjoy the process more than you find, challenges or struggles. Yeah, they're going to arise, but the more that you actually flow with it, the easier it will be for you to actually move along this in the way that you need to in your own process. And as I said, the last card is full moon. And it says, I welcome clarity, guidance from the full moon. Now, this is a timeless message, but when I am posting this, we have just exited out of the full moon and, well, moving out of that process of the full moon. And that's why I say it's just synchronistic as well, that new beginnings is under Ace of Pentacles, where you're wanting to create something new. And then the full moon is also where the moon is on your crown. So it's saying that you're currently going through a bit of an upgrade of being able to see through these illusions and unmasking what it is that you needed to unmask to do what you need to do, right? Now, it is a sense of really enjoying the process here, okay? Like that is a big message of, yes, it's going to feel a little confusing most of the time because it's not always straightforward, right? It's not going to be as clear as day, but when you can actually be able to start the process and move with the energies that you're being guided to move with, that is when you'll feel a sense of peace in knowing that you are on the path you need to be on, right? But the full moon is only going to illuminate what it needs to illuminate for you. It's up to you whether you can actually see through it and use what it is illuminating to you to get you where you want to be, to uncover the things that maybe you weren't able to see prior. And the full moon is all about really gaining that clarity and guidance, as I said, to get you where you need to be so that you can actually process what it is you need to process around this time, so you can clear out the old, move through the things that weren't very clear to you, that were keeping you in stagnant cycles, so that you can come into clarity and guidance. So you can actually receive that as well from your own intuition, as I said, and from synchronicity. As I said, I love synchronicity. Synchronicity is everywhere. It's up to you whether you see it or not, which I love to say to people who kind of deny it a little bit. They're like, nah, that's just a coincidence. I'm like, is it? Is it? Or are you just refusing to see that this is all happening because it's supposed to happen this way? It's just our perspective that limits our capacity to see it as that. So this is your message for today, Divine Soul. As always, I simply hope to bring through a perspective in which may assist you or remind you of things that you needed to be reminded of to, really push you along the path towards what it is that you truly desire within your reality, so that you can take the best steps forward and really move in a way that will benefit you for your highest potential. So take this as you need to, allow it to resonate however it may need to, and assist you with the perspectives in which were enlightened or illuminated for you today. And as always, I'm wishing you the best along your path and journey, and blessings towards what it is that you choose to do with your journey, so that you may prosper in the way that you need to. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.